I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Give me a second. I'm so sorry. I have to say sorry. I'm really late today. I'm late. I do not deserve. I don't know what I don't deserve, but I don't. You forgive me? How could you forgive me? I do not deserve that. I don't know where to place you. Right, I will tap. Hi. Why is I chat like that? More to the side. And not, oh, whatever. I'll just move you here. Okay. Just wait for my player group to end so I can be here at the start of the stream. Yeah, okay, yeah. I am not sorry, actually. I'm late because of Kirill, for Kirill. Hello, Gator. Hello, North. Mihalo, Kirill, Mihalo 10. Welcome to Moonites. It's me, Mihau, Loreseeker from Another World. And speaking of Another World, we're back with the Another World. We're going to keep, you know, remembering my world or creating it anew. Ifra. But before that, you're playing your fishing game. Great. I will be fishing for ideas from you. Give me a second. I have to turn on some music. We cannot continue like this. Okay. Right. Wait. I mean, you can hear it, but that's not how I want you to hear it. Just got you a second. Oh my god, Arapaima. You are catching a lot of Arapaima, Gator. How I... widgets, maybe? Oh, yes. That should be it. Yes, okay. We have that. Yes. Yeah. Can you... Okay, I will try something. Can you still hear the music? No music. Okay, give me a second. Why is it? Okay. Okay, you should be able to hear the music now. Yeah, okay. Yeah, why don't you name your games, Gator? The good question by Kirill. Oh no, I didn't prepare myself a drink. Okay, that can wait. Anyway, today we're returning to world building. It's been me and my friends had telling other kids later that we all play Teletubbies online. Let me see. When was the last world building stream? Come to think of it. Where is it? Okay. Wow, 8 months ago. It's longer than I thought. I thought it's at most 6. But no, I have not done any world building for 8 months. That's terrible. Fishing Sim World Pro Tour Collector's Edition. That's a long name. Okay. So, it's been a long time since the last world building stream. I'm a bit rusty, so we're going to take it easy. As in, you know, we'll just fuck around. You know, we might not end up world building that much, but we'll see. The purpose today is to create a new species, intelligent species. Let's call them people. But, you know, they are not people, but generally, you know, people. As in, intelligent species that can be part of society or something. And that species is like a weird... I have an image. A very unclear image, but I imagine like a ball. But that ball has like a tentacles. But those tentacles can move all around the ball freely. As in, let me actually get my tablet and I will draw it out. I had not connected my tablet. Give me a second. Okay. I'm going imagining a single cereal can be huge with flagella. What is flagella? I don't know. Anyway, I imagine something like this. A ball, right? That's not too big. A ball. And it has a tentacle, right? It has a few tentacles. But those tentacles can move freely. So I can... This can move this tentacle like here. And those are, you know, movement lines. And it can move all around this body. And it can move also in those directions. In any direction it can move them. Like they're more like magnets attached to a ball. That and those tentacles move around the ball. But we'll see. Maybe we will change up the concept as we world build. But another big thing I imagine for them is that in those big bulbous heads, we can see faintly light emanating inside. But overall, it's a pretty featureless creature. And it doesn't communicate with language or telepathy. It communicates with emotion. It emanates emotion. And from mixture of those complex emotions, we can understand it. It communicates back. Flagella are what spell cells have to allow them to move. Other cells have them too, but that's my example. Ah, okay. Maybe mechanical, a ball with deeper lines. Where arm tentacles could move. No. And I want it purely biological. I want to be very alien life form. And here is an example of something from Mass Effect. This is what it's called? Haron? Haron species from a Mass Effect. It's very alien looking. You know, my pet peeve with fantasy species is always that they are humanoid. I want something unhumanoid, I want something looking alien, I want something working on a completely different way than us. And here's a jellyfish for some, you know, because maybe we'll take some inspiration. from jellyfish humans or just jellyfish. Yeah, I love those from Mass Effect 2. So yeah, I imagine just a creature, alien creature like that, communicating with emotions. And I imagine them being everywhere in the world. As in, if we have a map of the world, right? We have 2 continents, maybe 3, some islands. It's not like the creature like that, oh, this is their homeland. No, they are dotted all around the world. They are omnipresent almost. They are mysterious like that. How did they get in every corner of the world? And also, imagine them not having like a society. Like they don't have a bigger cluster here and this is their homeland or something. But more so, we mostly would meet individuals, maybe 2 or 3 at once, all over the world, and more so they integrate into other societies or just travel around. In that way, I imagine them a little bit like Kupo from Final Fantasy. You know, they appear in every Final Fantasy game and they are just in every place on the planet. I imagine them a little bit like from Xenoblade. What they are called? Xenoblade species. Oh.
Hello there.
Hello there. Hello, Susie. Oh, Nopon. Nopon from Xenoblades. They are kinda a mascot character, but they are across every timeline and every place in the world. So that's my image for those guys, those alien guys. Are the tentacles always present or can they grow and limit the tentacles in a quick of time? We'll figure that out. And the fact that they don't use language means they can't have a cute catchphrase like Kupo to use. I mean, they can, because if we're going to... Hello, Painter! Your workup doesn't... YouTube doesn't work for you? I'm sorry to hear that. Well then, boost my viewership on Twitch then. And chat engagement. Or are they plants like and they sports and travel very far? I don't want to imagine them like plants. We don't have to like imagine specifics from what they are made of right now. But North, they can have like a catchphrase, because if I would write a story, I would have to write you know, some kind of translations of their emotions. You know? This creature, yeah, this is from my Mass Effect, Heron. Okay. Oh, okay, I fucked up. Okay. So, let me sketch up something I have in mind. The basic idea, like the basic shape, I just always imagine for them. We can change it if we come up with something better. That's fine. We have to learn how to kill our babies, like Poppy Irelight taught us. Maybe the light of a moon in your world turn organic matter into this thing being... This could be that they are very diverse. Maybe, but that's already very deep lore for them, and when they don't even exist yet. Let's start with that. Make the thing exist first. So I imagine them... Oh my god, I always do it on the wrong layer. So very round, I imagine them. And mostly, when they are standing, they are sort of standing like those guys when they want to. Normally, because, you know, they are still abide by the rules of gravity. So they still have to, like, spread a little bit their tentacles. I'm not going to draw too many tentacles, but imagine there is, like, I don't know, 10. We don't have to come up with the exact number now. But then it can, like, move one of those tentacles and, like, I don't know, if it's traversing in, like, a cave, right? Let's say this is a cave. It can move its tentacles into all directions. And just travel very fast, because it's very malleable in that way. It does well in any kind of terrain, because it just, you know, can move its tentacles in any direction. So that's what I imagine. And this ball, I imagine featureless overall, aside from, like, let me do it. That would be good. I don't know. You know, a faint color that here appears when they want to communicate a feeling. Maybe more of a neural network or something spacey looking inside. Let me find it. No. I'm really, like, doing it fast right now because I just want to give you an idea what was in my brain so far. Again, we can change a lot, but yeah. But it only flares up when it communicates. Otherwise, I imagine it as featureless white. This reminds me of when I visited a Romanian Orthodox seminary in my work hours, and they had some project about the National Day of Romania, and it filled me with inspiration. How did it connect in your brain, those two? Maybe the light of... you already said that, sorry. Okay. So that's what I sort of imagined. Now, again, that's only... Everything is subject to change. Let me label them, actually. That would be useful. Standing. Okay, let me... Standing. Walking. In a cave. Yes, I'm a doctor. Don't care. It has to be readable mostly by me. You have your picture in mind? Okay. Now, this design is not good enough. I want it to be iconic. As such, I also... want to take inspirations from some Morrowind creatures, because they are very always iconic. Okay. And look kinda freaky. Strider and another kind of creature. Now, I'm listening to ideas. Right now, only visuals. Mass Effect and Morrowind are fantastic sources of inspiration. Love those games. Yeah, they are great. I'm listening to ideas. you guys have to help me. I cannot do it by myself. I'm too weak. I cannot. As you think, I'm going to go grab my water. Okay. They got their arteries and go on the outside, so it's easier for them to communicate with the blood color. Blood color? How would they go have them on the outside and survive though? Big or something so it can eat. Yeah, I was thinking, I don't, how to say it, I didn't want it to eat just like a normal creature. If it's going to eat, maybe it could feed on emotions. But also I don't want it to be a hostile creature. I want them to be kinda chill. I was also imagining that it's not like they cannot wear clothes or something. So they could have like a backpack, wear backpacks and stuff when they are traveling. And they have to hold it up with one of their tentacles at least, but otherwise they can do it. Yeah, backpack. Right now, I want you guys to focus on imagining visuals more. We can create any kind of world building and reason later. Right now, I want to like iconic look. Big. They could spray themselves with some kind of liquid that change the color. Yeah, that's good. Again, tell me visual things like, let's start with one thing. How their tentacles end, because yeah, they could end like that. The tentacle could just end like this, but it could, like, maybe with some kind of grippers, like some kind of squid, and here's something to some pores or something to grab onto. Need some grippers. Yeah, how do you think the grippers should look like? Like, this is my very rough idea. Just human hands. Again, I want them to be alien creatures. If we give them humanoid hands, it will tie them into humans instead of being completely alien. Imagine them more like coming from another planet, and how their Thank you, Sassy, for the headbutt. Their organism looks different. It works differently. I'm thinking of it like this. I want them to be very strange for the people of this world. At the end, there is present a lock with like nose of a mole. Ah, okay, I know what you mean. So like this. I don't mean to, decline your ideas too much. I want it to be collaborative effort, but I have some things that I want to be preserved. Okay, that could work. do like a star shape. And if that's the case, then it could like hold items too. Like let's do just a staff. It inspires you. I'm glad it could inspire you. Or beak-like? Beak-like grippers. So... I imagine something like this. They would be have to be hard. Unlike the rest of the body. I want them to be kinda squishy. Hi! I think, if anything, I prefer... that looks... would be out of place on them, I think. I also do, if we're going to do that, now I feel like we have to do a whole claw for them to have any kind of grip. You know? This is an image of a broken cocoa. This? Maybe, yeah. Run them like a kraken. Okay, I'll look that up in a minute. I like the idea that it might have claws or something sharp, but just that they would never use them because they prefer communication or resolve conflicts. If I'm going to put something like that, I think I want them to have some kind of opening, like on their underside, let's say, or they can open it anywhere in their body to like absorb some things. Maybe they have to eat, but we'll have to figure out how they eat. Okay, let me see. Kraken. Beak. Okay. Each just generally just as also a squid beak. Remind everyone to take care of themselves. Everyone, take care of yourself. Remember to drink water, stretch, fix your posture, eat something that you like. Spend time to, recharge. Here you go. Okay. We have a beak, but a beak like that, I don't think it fits on the feetsies. Okay, if anything, right now, from the things we have, I like this one and this one. Okay, you posted a picture on Discord. Oh, I know that creature. Yeah, we can take inspiration from it. Not a new layer. As a reference image. Yep. From the beyond the what's this called? Beyond the eternity? No. But I know what it is. It's Necker. Pure eternity. Yeah. Knockers, okay. Grippers mentioned, yeah, indeed. Bogos Bintet. You really like that ending was a bit... I understand. I like the ending, but I understand why some people might not. I wonder. Okay. Let's... This is a lot. This is... oh. I'm being overwhelmed. By all the possibilities. Now it's starting to look a bit more humorous, I'd say. Yeah, thank you for helping. Oh. Okay. And now I wonder... Now I'm not sure, because... I could work with hats. I mean, yeah, they can wear hats. But right now I'm... You have lag issues? That's okay, so see. I still work on the normal shape. Like, I don't know. I like the idea of, seeing under the transparent, almost not transparent, but, the thin skin to see all the lights inside. And I wonder if we should do the transparent part, more transparent parts, or translucent, I should think, here or here. Okay, I will shelve this for now. Because I have... the deeper... I don't know which one is the deeper. I want to change maybe the shape of the head. Let's play with that. Maybe not as round. Maybe like more of a bean. And maybe like there would be all the flashing lights in the bigger part, and this would be more stable. And then I don't know, let's just play with something. Let's do the big idea maybe. No, it's starting to look like a verb. No, the peak doesn't work. I don't know. I'm not a good artist. I don't have an idea how to make it. I don't know, colorful. Have an interesting shape. Like we could do a shape like that, but I don't know. It doesn't. Sorry to hear that, Sassy. Egg-like? Let me take a note from this shape a little bit. And let's do a little wave. Okay. And now with this like sweeping the egg shape. It doesn't. It's not. It's almost the ball. It's almost the same as the ball. Like egg doesn't fix the issues I think I'm facing with the just shape not being that fun. Maybe having some sort of more of a shell-like thing would be better. Okay. If this is a shell, then the lights could be on the bottom part. I would say the egg form would be different if the tentacles are on the big part of the small part of the egg. I mean, yeah, but I don't feel like it doesn't change much. Like overall, I don't feel like really it does much. Now, that would mean that we're limited in where we can place tentacles. The tentacles could only reach to here. We're going from here, right? If it has like a shell-like thing on top. Oh, it's good. It's good that you're brainstorming. Maybe I'm just not seeing what you're saying in your mind's eye. It could also be a more softer shell. Like here, like... No, it could be a shell at the top. A harder part, but it's still like combines well with the top. Doesn't look like that much of. But yeah, I think that would limit how we would do tentacles if I place them here. I mean, even if they can still move whenever they wherever they want, that would still be limited because now they cannot go on top of the head. That would look too weird. And so far, I'm kinda keeping close to this, but we'll deviate. Yeah, it's moving shiny. We're doing more of those tentacles. You know, a more armored creature also could look like that. This creature, like maybe they don't have the shell normally, but when they want to be protected, they wear like a helmet. Okay. Duplicate layer, yeah. Because since we already did that, let's erase some things. Let's leave the shape. Or actually, yeah. Maybe this is the shape we want to go with, without the helmet. Maybe there will be a color or something going through here, but maybe that's the shape we want to go with. And while I don't want them to have like a straight up face, I'd like them to have something that could work like that. As in, painted on something, maybe not painted, but you know, maybe some kind of pattern that not as much looks like a shape, but something that when people talk to it could look at, basically, and treat it as a face, even if it doesn't look like a face. You know, sometimes androids can just have like a light at the top of their frame, and even though it's not a face in any way, people still kind of treat it as a face. Oh, Painter sent me something. A piece of the Tatil step. A creature with long legs. That's a very nice creature. I don't know if I can show it on stream, so I'm not going to, but I like it. Oh my god, sorry. Okay. I like this kind of more of a smooth shape. But still with some not complete ball maybe, because you know, it makes some more, it makes it a little bit more interesting to look at if it's not a complete just ball. Although we could also add just something like this to the bottom of the ball part. But then again, if I still, well, that's the problem. If I want the tentacles to be all around moving, that really limits the design, because the tentacles can only would be able to move on a smooth surface, and if the surface is not too smooth, then you know, the tentacles are limited and where they can go. So it's kind of, I have to either give up the idea of the freely moving tentacles, or stay with the tentacles where they can, and not go where they want, but have a limited design. So, you know, it's give and take a little bit in a way. Maybe the completely free, maybe the joints of the tentacles could move only on grids. I don't know how I would draw it. I don't. I know what you mean, but I don't know. I don't imagine it. How many tentacles it should have? That's the question. Six seems like a good number. Maybe it can grow more if it wishes. Okay. Ah, like a ball with holes surrounding. I don't know if that's what you mean, but I'm imagining just holes. As in, if it wants to move the tentacle, it doesn't move it like this just by sliding it, but more so, let's say tentacle comes from this, it hides it, and then tentacle grows from this. Like that one Pokemon? Which Pokemon? If you can find a name, maybe we'll be able to copy something. But also, I don't want those holes to be all visible all the time, so I think it can just open up holes. The shape looks a bit like a car now. It's okay. Shackle, okay. Ah, okay, this one. I didn't know it worked like that. Okay. Yeah, more of a Sheldon flesh body. Yeah. Okay, let's shelve the idea of the tentacles moving or teleporting or just growing. I feel before the tentacles we need to figure out the base body. And this shape is not bad. The straight above ball is not bad, to be honest, too. It's not like it's wrong. But I'm just looking for something perhaps more iconic. You know, when the time comes that I'm going to sell plushies. Well, let me think. I think we need to play with colors. Because I'm thinking, like, I don't know, maybe we could do like this. And they can move the outside hole, can turn it so they can move it in a direction. Yeah. You know. Maybe that gives them a bit of a face, you know, this point. It will look just look at that. Then another aspect that I was thinking about, that they don't have front or back. That's why I kinda didn't want. I wanted a ball. But yeah, all those ideas limit the design. So having a front helps freeze us up a little bit. What could be at the front? If we're deciding that this thing can have a front, like, you know, I'm thinking about something, you know, insectoid-like maybe, but that doesn't seem to fit. Big doesn't fit to me, at least. We can add like a hole at the bottom, right? That can open up, and there's like a beak or something, or arrow. Row of teeth. But I don't know. A shiny charge that can change color. Let's look at that. I like this pattern, to be honest. Maybe we can add a bit of a pattern. Okay. And maybe that can change color. Okay. Let's make this color just like this. Spiral. We're Junji Ito now. I don't know really how to do it. But let's look at it from a distance. I think it works. Having like a spiral pattern at the front. Maybe use some parts of the king in yellow. How do I use that? There is no monster. Do you think it looks so good, painter? Hello, Jolly. Kinda looks like the monster in Fear and Hunger. Yeah, that's part of it. Yellow robe, of course. The kind of okay. I like this pattern. Kinda, you know. Of course, I have to perfect it, but from the distance, I like how it looks. And you know, the color could change. Maybe it's even a paint. We can figure out if it's paint or not later, but you know, maybe if it's a paint, it's a more of a cultural thing they do. If it's not a paint, still cool. They can change colors maybe of that. Okay, I feel like we figured something out. Alright, Kirill. I feel like we have it something. We have something. Now, problem of the legs. Or the tentacles. they can, if this is like that, then it can still travel all around the body and tentacles. So I don't know if we have to change much. Okay. To be honest, now I'm thinking about it, I think I like it. Because if we want to this thing to have like a backpack, it can have it like here. And that limits their movement, but you know, so humans having backpacks, that limits us as well. So if it can carry it at the top. But it also gives it a feeling like it wasn't built for our world, which gives that additional alien feeling. It's meant to, you know, move its tentacles all around the music slabs. Yeah, that's a good playlist. A Just King, you know, is playing, you know. But yeah, it gives the feeling that this creature is not meant to wear backpacks. At least not in this way, not in our world, but yet it does. Because it has to like keep living somehow. Like it's been isekai'd here. That's kind of the feeling I want to come across. Okay, I think we kind of have in a way that we can start working on something. Don't worry, I have not deleted anything, I just did it. Okay. Give me a moment. My brain has to rest for a second, so I will leave it up on screen. What do you guys think of this so far? I will label it that. Back. No, not how you type it. You like it more without a backpack? Don't worry. It's not like backpack is attached, but I'm just showing how it can walk with a backpack and other necessities. Because it's not like an animal. It can use tools. This is just like normal form. It doesn't normally wear clothes, so they usually walk naked. But if it's a traveler, then yeah, they will have a backpack. Can it have pots on its head? Yeah, it can. Here we go. A potted flower. My brain is already like wiped. I mean, My brain was blank before the stream, but now it's like I feel like I creating just this. My brain was went through a great endeavor, you know. It's like, come on, we just drew for like half an hour. Calm down. Although it is coming up on an hour, that's crazy that it goes this fast. Times fast when I'm having fun, maybe. Duplicate, okay. Copy. No, why am I? What am I doing? What am I doing, Mihau? What are you doing? You don't. If you're duplicating, then you don't have to copy. Okay. Okay, let's work with this as our base. Yeah, I have a bad habit. Once I figure out something, like a creature design, then it's hard for me to motivate myself a bit more to actually draw it, because now, oh, I'm happy with this. But now I would have to like do a proper drawing of it, oh jeez. And figure out the details. I'm like, oh, I don't want to. But we gotta do some damn things that have to be done. Thank you, Painter, for coming. Mwah. Let's draw it from the side first. Where are we? We are at that. I like this design. We're going forward with this to perfect it. You know, mostly this idea, you know, because the patterns of the paint or whatever it is could change how legs look, but overall the shape, something like that. We're going forward with this. And now I'm drawing the profile. Oh, jeez. Sorry, I yawned. I'm like, what? Is this because I didn't drink my second coffee yet? It's late. I didn't want to drink it anymore. You're very sleepy today too, Nor? Okay. This should be higher. Hello, Articus. I'm happy to see you here. I'm happy to see you again, coming by. There was a period when you couldn't perhaps come by and I was missing you. Yeah, it's been 8 months. Can you believe it? That it's been 8 months since the last world building. You could up the game, the Eternal Cylinder for strange critter design. Eternal Cylinder? What do you mean? I don't like how it looks from a profile. I don't know how to recreate this, but from a profile. I don't know. I guess I just have to deal with it. The name of the game? Okay, let me look it up. Okay, those are very strange creatures. A bit nonsensical. But yeah, those, I like them in a way. But I'm almost too goofy. What creature are we basing it off? None, but we're kinda doing something like this. The most, this is the most similar thing that I'm creating too. But my own spin. Maybe we'll combine some ideas from these things later. Yeah, jellyfish a little bit too. Okay. Okay, I think I know what I have to do. Extend the front. And it will make this shape better. Okay. Yeah, I think it's closer. But I feel like it's more like this. So, are you guys building anything? Do you? What are your projects? You know, what are yours? The thing you're working on when it comes to world building, maybe OCs, but some creative things. Sorry, I got a really EP. I'm a bit struggling. I try to make not typical dwarves, yeah. At some point we're going to make not typical dwarves too. Not typically dwarf? Okay, I'm not sure if I answered that correctly. Let's do like here, or a tentacle. I think I want the tentacles to be very long. They are very pale, fragile, tall creatures that live in the mountains. Oh. I keep thinking about mole, dwarves more, or other creatures that live underground. More inspired by animal. I didn't want to just do animal people, but something inspired. Okay, we have to go lower. And you may wonder, how does how this creature holds up itself with those spindly, thin tentacles? Well, that's a good question. That's a mystery. But let's make them a little bit thicker, I think. I overdid it. So they, I would say, only know this kind of look. I don't want to mess up my dwarves or elves, so, or other creatures, more standard creatures like that. I want to find a good way to implement them, so I'm holding off with adding things like that. Okay. Now that's the more thickness I wanted. But at some point we might have to do undead. I'm so, you know, I don't know how undead work yet exactly, because you can become a husk, so a monster, if you lose your soul. But zombies are, and other undead creatures, often possess soul. Like zombies often are animating the dead bodies. More so. So I'm thinking that the undead will be a type of creature that the body doesn't work, but the soul still is animating. But then, what's the difference between that and a living being? Aside from, let's get that your bodily functions don't work. You know, those are the things that keep me up at night. It's in my world where magic is dying out, so my dwarves losing their ability to control their dwarf bodies. Oh, that's interesting. You had the longest piece ever. Congratulations on your piece. Did you time it? Did you beat the record? You didn't. Oh. That's the saddest thing I ever heard. Okay, now to settle on what is at the end of those tentacle legs. Okay, let's see. No, it would be fine if those were these. Right? If things like that were at the end, that makes sense. Why it's keeps the balance. Similarly, if I think things like that. And is this a sea creature? No, but it kinda looks like one. That's the purpose of it. It walks on land, although it also does great on sea, I think, personally. I think it can live both in the sea and on the land. I don't think it has to breathe. Or at least doesn't breathe like we do. You also have an insect hive mind that losing the magical connection with the hive to my insect colonies getting independent. Ah, okay. It is hungry? Yeah, I don't know if it's hungry. I don't think it eats solid foods. That's my. Maybe it only consumes liquids. Maybe emotions. It communicates with emotions. Welcome, Kaito. We're not eating brains, so I don't want this creature to be hostile. I want okay, I will, because some of you missed the beginning. This creature communicates with emotions. Doesn't use words, doesn't use telepathy. It purely uses emotions to like project them. And that makes, humans and other creatures alike, perhaps that creates some kind of images in their brain, but by association than, it's not the creature doing, it's our brain trying to process the emotions. Yeah, creature vibe check. So I don't think it's hostile. It could be hostile, but overall it's a sentient creature. It's a person, basically. Yeah, something like that, perhaps. This creature doesn't look like it's not a humanoid, but it is a person. And they occupy all places in the world. Like, they can not occupy us and invade and occupy, but, they can live everywhere. They integrate into societies of places where they live, and they really don't have a society of their own. And they are kind of mysterious, I'd say. That's the idea. How big are they? I'd say taller than humans when they stand up straight, like this guy. But often they chill, Often they'll will be curled into into their own tentacles on the floor or something. I want to drive this guy in all different situations and positions, just to really bring them alive. What are you drawing? I just explained it a few seconds ago, Gator. A species, not humanoid, but intelligent species, alien-like species. I don't like how the legs look from the side. First of all, I think this should be higher up. Can someone draw it for me? I will tell you what to draw. You just draw. Because I'm lazy. It's okay, Gator. Okay. I think while I like those, it may be hard to draw them for me. It may be easier to, I mean, it will be easier to just give them squid feet. Or hands. I'll leave that for later. I don't know how many of those tentacles it should have. At one hand I wanted many, but it could look too busy, but then I don't know. I think 6 is a pretty nice number. Okay. Okay. This reminds you of something? What is it? I will stay with this color. I like the idea that the patterns I'm drawing are actually paint, because that would give them a nice cultural thing of this creature. That they paint themselves. Maybe for the sake of other creatures, to recognize them more so than their own species. But maybe it also holds a significance for their own people. Okay, I want to do something a bit more involved in this pattern. With the paint for other sentient creatures, yeah. Depending on how long they are integrated into like human-like societies, over the centuries, it could also be some kind of cultural thing for their own, not to recognize itself. Like for, let's say they started doing it so people, other species, humans, could recognize them, but then maybe it developed into some kind of cultural quirk where different patterns and different paints mean different things for species, their own species, but we can leave that for later to figure out that out. Okay, I really like where I'm cooking right now. The only thing that I'm right now struggling with are the tentacles, more so than the body. But I will figure out the tentacles at some other point, how to make them look good. I think that's enough of the paint for this one. My brain is working. Sorry, I'm silent, but I'm like already imagining, you know, a scene that you know, they almost like a snake just wrap themselves in their tentacles and sit on like a on the trading hub, selling their wares. Or sitting or standing high before, like to the side of some kind of monarch as an advisor. And because they have such a high station, they have all those really intricate paints over themselves with beautiful design and gold and red colors. But also they have to wear clothes because they are working as a advisor for the monarch. So now they have draped themselves in something. So you know, I like that idea to integrate into the other societies, other contexts. Okay. My brain is thinking what else to do. I think I need to erase the tentacles. I don't like them. And I wish I shouldn't make them some straight. At least they can be that straight, and I have to, and I should draw one image where they stand up straight like this. But this image, I think, first of all, I should like show the impression that those are tentacles. Magna Pina. Let me look at that up. Magna Pina. Oh, those sea creatures, yeah. Something like that. I'm getting sleepy. I try to sleep now. I like the design and ideas so far. Have fun. Oh, thank you, Kirill, for coming. Yeah, I can see why. The long legs and all. Okay. Now I can cook. Okay, first of all, I think, yeah, I should do this. They are supposed to be tentacles, so I have to show that they are spindly. Is spindly a word? I'm doubting myself. It's walking in that direction. Okay, my brain is a bit cooked. If I end early, I might do it, but I'm not ending now, but just saying in advance. If I don't do enough for this creature today, we might do a part 2. I tried in the past to do every world building stream about a different subject, but we don't have to do that. The jellyfish girl is hot. Protect yourself, you're too innocent, don't look at her. Okay, let's make it gray now. So okay. Look at that. Look at that. That's called progress. No. No. I want, okay, this to go like this. Okay. There is this one time I touched a jellyfish and even put it on my head with water, of course, so it floats and not touch my hand. Ah, that's nice. I never seen a jellyfish in real life. Maybe at a zoo, but not like in the wild. Never met her. Never met the wife on the left. Okay. We have the tentacles. Now I'm thinking. This is an intelligent species. Would they be interested in dating humans? Or other species in general? If, I mean, we don't even know if they can procreate. I don't know how they make babies yet. So that's something to figure out later. Got sting in the back. Cool. Okay. Okay, I think the problem with legs like that, I will show what inspired it. With you know, that open 5 ways, is that when I draw it in like this way, it doesn't communicate that it's that unless we see in the insides. So that's kind of the problem. When we don't see the inside, that, you know, if I draw a leg or a tentacle and then I will do this, it's hard to tell that it's supposed to be like opening up. In some other positions when you draw, it would be easier, but because I just want too easy to tell what we're looking at every like position. At least I'm not skilled artist to do that. A better one would probably be able to. So the easiest way to do it is to do the squid thing of this. The flappy or floppy like leaf shaped. I will perfect it later, I think, because right now it doesn't look too good. I will tinker it perhaps off stream. I saw a big purple jellyfish that got into the beach and stuck on land with my cousin, and yeah, now what reasonably could do? We buried it with sand, hoping someone will step on it back then. Yeah, horrible. Kids are horrible. It looks like just feetsies. I don't know. I don't like it too much, but I'm committed now. We believe touching jellyfish top can sting or electric back then. Yeah, I thought they are electric too. I mean, there are electric jellyfish, I think. Or at least they can produce a sensation like you were electrocuted. Okay, I don't like the feet. I don't like the feet. Okay. I'm going to copy this for now. Move it over here. Okay. Because now, since we have that, I want to draw a version with a backpack, you know, just to, so people, so everyone is aware that it is an intelligent being. And although it could be also a beast of burden if people look at it, but it's fine. Yeah, I kind of based it off Squidward because I'm basing it on Squid feed, but or ends, but I don't like too much how it looks. Hello, Ken. It just feels goofy. How are you doing today? How am I doing? EP. I'm EP right now. Which is not too great because, you know, I wanted to go for longer, but I might end stream early today because of that. Is that the bug from Morrowind I see? Yes, has some reference. Okay. This is tied to this. Okay. And yeah, I think we would be tied by like straps around like that. Or something. Also, I don't want this to be pure white, the creature itself. This should be yellowish. Okay. I think as I was playing GTA San Andreas, I downloaded the first person mode. It was amazing. It was amazing because it was in first person mode, or was it amazing because it was San Andreas? Both. Okay. I'm glad you had fun. Hold on, my brain is cooking. It really is cooking, please. Call for an ambulance. I think this color could be good. Okay, I think it's too... Like, I don't want pure white, but that's too colorful almost. I don't want it to be too yellow. Okay, that's more like it. A subtle walking tic-tac. No, don't insult them. They are intelligent species. They have feelings too. They have a lot of feelings. They communicate with feelings, with emotions. Feet I'm going to change anyway, so I'm not coloring them. You can escape bowling. That's mean. This is just a chill guy. They didn't do anything wrong. Okay. Okay, I like it. Of course. Imagine having one of those creatures in D&D party. Yeah, that's kind of the point. Because sometime in the future, once we create a lot of the world, I want to at least run a campaign in it using not D&D, but some kind of tabletop RPG, and that would be available place to play this guy. I like to imagine he makes Squidward walking sound as he walks. Articus said the same thing. I'm going to change the feet. I don't want them to be perceived as too goofy. I just don't know how. Do you have an idea, Ken? How to make those feet, you know, the ends of those tentacles work? Because let me disappear everything and show you this. We were thinking about what kind of, you know, ends could there be, and this is the, you know, what I'm doing right now. And the charming dude. No, but I still don't. No, I'm going to change it because I don't like how it looks. It looks too goofy. At least not. Maybe I will perfect it and then I will make it not look goofy. Still in this kind of style. But they are not making. You know, it's a serious world building project. You know, the another idea was that they open up like a star, but I couldn't draw it to make it look good. Okay, thank you for your help. You were. I don't know what I would do without you, Ken. Yeah, this is what I started with. This was my original idea. Just a ball that underneath the skin lights up on some kind of tentacles. And while I still like it, it doesn't really... It wouldn't work as a species that would be pretty common as I imagine them. Or rather, you know, this is more... You meet it at the end of the game and you talk to this creature, right? And they give you some deep lore. So you don't meet them and it's not like a chill time. So to make it chill, I made the... change them up a little bit. You know, apart from Avatar? No. Let me see. Avatar. Oh, yeah. And that... Yeah, this chill. But yeah, I wanted to make them shape more interesting, so we extended a bit the front. They will still light up. I will add the light or so of neurons basically or something inside it later. But yeah, something like that. But and they can still move tentacles across their body, whatever they want. They can slide it to the top. But yeah, this one is a traveling. We still don't have a name. How should I call it? Temporarily, at least. Because it's kinda unwieldy to call them freaky species. Gombo. Sure, Gombo. For now, it is Gombo. Pecaillium. Okay, I like it. Let's try to combine them. Gomcaillium. Here you go. But now that's a bit unwieldy to say. Let me see. I don't know. Gomilum. In that case, I combined Ortois ideas. Gomilum. Okay, that's it. Gomilians. It doesn't make sense, but that's the temporary name that we're going to stick with. Maybe not. Maybe I will change this whenever I feel like it. And I know I've been streaming only for 2 hours, but I don't know, I'm pooped. Today my brain is kinda empty. And I feel like I expended a lot of energy to just create this. I will do a second part of the stream where we'll continue working on them. I'll maybe work on some, figure out some stuff offline as well. But I just feel like I need to rest my brain. I don't know, my brain is loopy today. EP. But it was a good starter to go back into world building again. 2 hour stream is not bad for drawing. That's fine. Have I watched the videos you sent? Which ones? Let me see. Probably not. Those. Articles. I'd love to, but I just do not have time to watch lore videos about a game I don't even play. Like right now, I'm watching... I watched an 8-hour video about Signalis. Because I just beat the game. And right now, I'm watching now a 7-hour video about Signalis, because the 8-hour video was not enough to understand Signalis. So in total, I will spend at least 7 plus 8, 15 hours watching about Signalis. That's the time I spent playing the game. And I'm sure that I will watch more about Signalis. Also, it doesn't account for the time I spend on the subreddit of Signalis, just watching the posts. So, sorry, Articos. I'd love to watch about Limbo's company, but as you can tell, I'm a busy guy. Maybe at some point when you know, if something sparks my interest, I will try to remember about the videos you sent. But yeah, I still want you to, even if I don't watch that, I want you guys to, you know, share videos that you're watching. I like to think what you're up to and your interests. Even if I don't watch it, maybe I will, maybe I'll take a look, but generally, I like when you guys share things on Discord that you're doing or creating or watching. Yeah, that doesn't count for the time I looked at Yuri Art of Signalis, so yeah, that's... Anyway, yeah. I mean, we can talk for a little bit more. But that's about it from me. Do you want to keep me here? Just say so. Go rest. Okay. Ken hates me. I miss money. Give me money. Then I'll have more time. So yeah. I'm glad to have seen you all today. Bye bye. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Hiya, Simon. I really just finished eating and I ate 2 slices of cherry cheesecake. I'm super full and my brain's half dead. Okay, you rest too. Bye bye. Thank you for coming. We'll see each other tomorrow, I believe, with what it's called, Chrono Cross. I don't know. Check the schedule. Bye bye.